Hello everyone, you are welcome once again back to my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to start a very nice and interesting journey into programming, and to be specific, programming with C++. Programming with C++. So C++ is a very nice programming language, a very popular one too, that most of the apps that we come into contact with and be using for our daily usages were written or built in with C++. Okay, so we are going to move a bit by bit from basics. I'm going to show you and teach you the basics to the advanced level and to the higher level. All right, so if you are new to this channel, you know how we do it. Please do me a favor and subscribe. You like, you share for others to watch too. Leave a comment in the comment section about what you think or any suggestion about the video, and also don't forget to turn on the notification. All right, so without wasting much time, let's just kick in. So in this video particularly, we are going to get some quick introduction to C++. All right, some kind of history, so something small about C++. So C++ is a compiled general purpose case sensitive free form programming language which supports procedural, object-oriented, and generic programming. Okay, so when we talk of C++ as a compiled language, then we mean that we feed the computer with words or letters that we know, in the sense that the computer doesn't know what we are typing. So we will need a compiler which will change our normal text or numbers into the machine numbers, that's the binary zeros and ones, so that the computer can process it, the computer can understand and also process it up. Okay, so that's where we will need a compiler. Okay, and also it is a general purpose programming language. When you talk of it being general purpose, it can be used for many different purposes. It can be used to build many different apps with different purposes. It's not limited or restricted to some special purpose. Okay, and then it is case sensitive in the sense that you will dive deep in those areas. Wow, I'm just want to give you a brief introduction. So case sensitive here means that when I write a word with caps on and I write the same words with caps off, the compiler sees them different. Despite the fact that it is the same word, the compiler sees them different. So that's what we mean by case sensitive. It's free form programming language. It's free. It's not complicated, and it supports procedural, object oriented, and generic. We'll dive deeper into those things, so let's just move on. Okay, so C++ is regarded as a middle level language as it comprises of the combination of high level language and low level features. All right, so I don't know if you know about the low level language and the high level language. C++ is a middle one, which means it has the features. It can be used to build high level applications, and at the same time can be used to build low level applications. C++ was developed by Jan Strostrup in 1979 at Best Labs in Murray Hill, New Jersey, and it was an expanded form of the C language. So if you know a little bit about C language, you wouldn't find it much difficult in learning the C++. Although C++ is not difficult, even though you have no programming language. Okay, and it was originally named as C with classes, but later it was renamed as C++ in 1983. So C++ is a superset of C, and that any virtually legal C program is a legal C++ program. Okay, so we see a little features about C++. It is regarded as a middle level language, as I said earlier. Okay, so it can be used to build high level applications and also low level applications. C++ is object oriented. Okay, so back in C, you've learned C before, you will see that C wasn't object oriented. C was procedural or structural programming language. But here we are dealing with objects and classes and stuff. So we will dive much deeper later on. So if you don't understand for here, don't worry. And C++ is also a block structured programming language. When we talk of block structured programming language, what we mean is that in C, we couldn't you couldn't put a function inside a function. You cannot nest a function inside another function. But in C++, you are able to nest a function inside another function, which means a function within a function. Okay, so that's make it a block structured programming language. So you will see a little uses of C++. It is used by hundreds of thousands of programmers in essentially every application domain. It's highly used to write device drivers and other software that rely on direct manipulation of hardware. All right, because because of its part of being a low-level language. It deals with software and then hardware and other real-time constraints. And C++ is widely used for teaching and research because it is clean enough for successful teaching of basic concepts. Anyone who has used either Apple, Mac, or PC running Windows has indirectly used C++ because the primary user interfaces of the systems were written with C++. That's very interesting. Okay, so these are some few mentioned applications that were developed with C++ or that were developed with C++ being part of the languages. Okay, so we can have Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator, and then we can have Spotify music, we can have YouTube was built with a few more programming languages, but I can tell you C++ is the core of the development among all the other languages. Okay. You can talk of MySQL database, Mozilla Firefox, and many other more, which you can talk of Twitter and plenty. There are plenty applications built with popular applications built with C++. So C++ is a very interesting programming language to learn, and I bet you if you find it interesting, you will never regret. So this is what we have for you today. Okay, so we're going to move on in the next video. So as you know, make sure to subscribe, you share, turn on the notification so that when I release the new one, you will not get lost. Alright, so thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.